Hey guys, and welcome back to episode 2 of my Draft Day Sports College Basketball 2020 series with the University of New Hampshire Tigers. Actually, they're the Wildcats, but they're going to be the Tigers in this. So we have we're playing a promotion relegation type series. So we are in Conference S. You can see here is our the rest of our teams. You can see, I think this is the RPI ranking. So we're 7th ranked team in Conference S. We go all the way up to Conference A. You can see that's going to be your Duke, Kansas, Kentucky, Michigan. Wow, look at that. Duke, Kansas, Kentucky, Michigan State, Washington, Florida, Louisville, Maryland, Wisconsin, Nova, Ohio State, North Carolina, Cincinnati, Arizona, Syracuse, and UT. So we are in Conference S. There are 3 conferences below us. Let's take a look at Conference V, shall we? Central Arkansas, Alcorn State. Okay. UMass Lowell's in there. All right, so we're in Conference S, and it's a promotion relegation. So from Conference S, we would go up to Conference R, which has got, you can see some of the teams that are in there. So we've got a ways to go before we can play for the actual national championship, but I think that'll be fun because it'll give me something to shoot for regularly. So we've got 4 of the top 7 teams in RPI in our. Actually, this just might be. I think we're all tied at 0, and this might be. I don't know how this works. We're just gonna have to find out, I guess. So the first thing we need to do today is we need to set up our red shirts. We got a couple of players that I think I want to red shirt. The first is John Newton. He's a freshman. Has some really solid potential, but he's only 1 star. He's not going to get a lot of playing time behind Toby McGadney right now, who is our really probably our top scorer and one of our highest ranked players. So we are going to red shirt John Newton. And we are going to red shirt Lester Ahern, who again won't get much playing time behind these 2 guys here, Sean Gooden and Rodney Hawkins. Yeah. So we're going to redshirt him. I think that's what we're going to go with. We're not going to go with a very deep rotation. Well, I guess we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 3-star and up players, and then 1, 2. So we could go 9 deep technically. That would be okay. All right, so we are continuing to practice. Recruiting is still going nowhere. So I have to hope that we get off to a decent start, and then maybe that will generate some interest. You can see once this loads, you'll see that we still have no interest from anybody, which is a tad disappointing, but it is what it is. So we will play through it, and we will figure it out. So let's go ahead and advance. We'll take a look at the key dates again once this finishes processing so we can see exactly how much time we have left. And if I have to just sim ahead till the start of the season, I will. I just didn't want to skip anything. And since we had red shirts, I figured that would be a good time to start up a new episode. It's thinking. Got a couple of messages that we'll have to check. All right, we will come back as soon as this finishes processing. So hang tight. Okay, we are back again. And we are almost, I think, almost ready to get season started. Let's take a look at our inbox. We got a couple messages. Oregon Scouting Report, NC Asheville, season begins. And we're going to see things like this where you get team incident reports. If Lester Ahern and Ward Masco continue to go at it, I can talk to them. I can suspend them. I can cut them from the team. So it just adds a little flavor to the sim. So, we're ready to start playing. So, all right. So now we want to go into. How do we want to do this? It's got a really neat matrix for how it sets up playing time. And so I think it's probably all here in depth. Yeah, so you can see how it breaks it down. It's pretty neat actually. You can you click on a particular position and then you click on the player's name and then it assigns that time to him, so to speak. So like McGadney's scheduled to play 30 minutes a game. Let's say I wanted him to play the first 8 minutes. I would just click shooting guard, click there, and then it switches him and Gamble out and allows you to adjust who's playing, how many minutes, and that sort of thing. And I think it's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and put that back the way it was. Do we want to make any changes? So Brown is a freshman, 4-star, 4.5, and he's only playing 10 minutes a game. Gooden is 4-star, 4-star. He's a bit better on the inside. I think I want to play Gooden less. Play him more. That? Yeah, it's good. Nolan, 3-star, 3.5. Good outside shooter, decent outside shooter. It's weird. His current is better than his potential. He's just a guy, nothing great, so okay with the 10 minutes a game. Gamble and Pinkney are both young. Actually, he's a junior. Yeah, I think we'll stick with this. Brown will end up playing more if some of these other guys struggle. Store that. And you can also set by number of minutes. So you can just click on set by minutes and you can type in the number of minutes that you want each person to play and then click generate matrix and it will adjust this based on the number of minutes you want them to play. So it's really cool how it sets this stuff up. You can set individual players. You can if I wanted Dan Pinkney to be able to play small forward, I can click this here. I can set the subs. So it's really neat the way that they set up their playing time. I really like it. Let's go through this stuff really quickly and make sure there's nothing else we need to do, and then we're going to start simming. I don't think, yeah. Root class, there's nothing there. School info history. Yep, let's go ahead and I'm going to sim. I will go into the games occasionally and quote unquote play. We don't really play them. I mean, you can, but I would rather just sim them. So let's go ahead and sim. Hopefully each day doesn't take that long. Can I sim the week, or will it only sim? Oof, a lot of games. All right, so we're going to have to sit through this. But you can see it brings up all the scores and the stats and everything. It's a pretty in-depth sim engine. I really like it. Very creative with the names and the logos and everything else. I think they do a really good job with it. Oh, I see what it's doing. It's simming the week because that's what I told it to do. That's why it's taking so long. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pause. And since this is probably going to take 5 or 6 minutes to sim the entire week, I'm going to go ahead and pause, and we'll be back when it's done simming, and we'll take a look at how the team's doing, and we'll go from there. Back in a sec. Okay, we are back, and I think I am actually going to we'll sim the game while we're watching, and we'll just sort of talk through what happens, and that'll be the episode, and then maybe I sim a couple weeks at a time. We take a look at the team and that sort of thing. So this is going to be kind of a learn as I go series, and how we sim it, and what's in each video will vary. So let's go ahead and jump into this game. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna go A. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna coach, so let's go ahead and jump in here. George Benson, Joel Geeson, Jimmy Dare, Victor Belton, and Greg Johnson for Murray State. Nolan Fanning, Toby McGadney, Chris Howell, Sean Gooden, and Rodney Hawkins for the Wildcats/Tigers. As you can see, here's the 2D engine. I don't know if you can switch to the 3D engine. I'm going to enable the auto subs. We're not going to pause it all stops. We're just gonna let the game go. Going to increase the game speed. So the play-by-play log is down here. There's a different view, which is like I don't know, like if you were watching it on ESPN kind of thing. And that is probably a bit better way to watch the game, but we'll sim through this, and we'll see what it looks like. 3-0. We're going to shut off the game sounds. Sorry about that. We are up 5-3 here early on. McGadney with 3, Gooden with 2. Let's get this ball rolling. 5-3 lead. We have the ball. An 8-3 lead as Fanning hits a 3-pointer. Eight 6 now. 4 minutes gone by. 10-6 as McGadney gets another bucket. One for 2 at the line for Howell, and we take a 5-point lead. We're up 13-6 now. Brown gets a bucket. 15-6 as Brown scores again. Let's slow the game speed down just a little. 15-9. Like to be able to see what I'm looking at here. Brown hits a bucket. We're up by 8, so good start here early on. You can see you've got their fatigue ratings down here. Find a happy medium. Maybe that one. 8-point lead with the ball. Another bucket. We have a 10-point lead 6 minutes into the game. 6 points for Brown. 3 points, 3 rebounds for Howell here early on, and a pair of block shots. 21-9. Great start for the Wildcats. Gadney, 5 points, 2 rebounds. Still up 21-9. It's now 21-11 as Murray State breaks the streak. But Rodney Hawkins comes right back with an inside bucket. Puts us back up 12. We get the ball right back. Hit another 2. Looks like Gamble with his first bucket of the game. Another shot, another score by Gamble. 16-point lead here midway through the first half. (27-11) here. Midway point of the first half. It's now 29-11. Stinnett checks in now. Brown over to Fanning, over to Howell. Howell puts one up and in, and it's a 20-point New Hampshire lead. Murray State misses. UNH turns the ball over. Murray State goes in for the 2. New Hampshire turns it over again. Murray State looking to cut into this 18-point lead. Baseline out to the wing. Elbow extended. And Murray State dribbling the ball around. Jumper is good, and it's a 5-0 run for Murray State, a 7-0 run for Murray State. UNH has turned the ball over on 3 straight possessions. Murray State looking to get back within 11. They turn the ball over. 31-18 with 6 minutes left. 33-18 as Howell sinks the shot. 7 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists in the first half for Howell on 3 of 5 shooting. Lead back up to 15. 3-point shot made by Murray State there to get him within 12. (35-21) UNH here as we get close to the end of the first half. And then there's also a 3D. This is obviously the top-down 2D. There's a 3D version, which I believe is kind of court level. We'll mess around with some of those as we play through some of these games. 11-point lead as Murray State has cut the 20-point lead down to 11. Down to 9. UNH drills a 3 there to stop the bleeding a little bit. 5 straight points for the Wildcats. Puts the lead back up to 14. .12-point lead for the Wildcats. 2 minutes left in the first half. Down under a minute left. UNH holding on to the ball. Turn it over. Murray State misses but gets the ball back. UNH holding for the last shot. Down to 11-10. UNH misses the 3, misses 2 free throws. Murray State gets a shot at the buzzer, and that will do it for the first half. The Wildcats lead 40-28. Let's take a look at some of the stats here. Leading the way for the Cats is McGadney. He's got 7 points. Got into a little bit of foul trouble, 3 fouls. So 7 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists for McGadney. Hawkins, 4 points, but he's a plus 18. Howell, 7 points, 2 rebounds, or 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks. So way to stuff the stat sheet there. Off the bench, Brown with 6 points. You can see the rest of the numbers here. On the flip side, for Murray State, they were led by Dare, who was 3 of 10 shooting, 8.6 rebounds. We shot 59% as a team, 28% from behind the arc, 6 for 10 from the line. We out rebounded Murray State 17 to 14, 13 assists on 16 buckets, so good offensive movement there. 11 turnovers for Murray State, 8 for the Wildcats. So you can see our biggest lead was 20. We go into the second half. You got some of the other stats here. Points in the paint, Murray State leads there. Second chance, Murray State leads there. And fast break points, Murray State leads there. But in the half-court set, we played really well in that first half. So let's return to the game, and we will play through half number 2. Murray State gets the ball first. And they miss the opportunity for the three-point play, but they get the lead back within 10. Foul called there, missed three-pointer. State has the ball again, makes the bucket, and they're within 8. 1 out of 2 from the line for Howell. Murray State making a game of this one. They were down 20. It's now a 9-point game. Dare with 10 points and 7 rebounds for the Racers. UNH turns the ball over there. 16:45 left to go. Murray State down by 8. UNH steals the ball. They turn it right back over. Murray State hits the bucket again, and they're only down 6. UNH drills a 3 there, though. Nolan Fanning with a big shot. Push the lead back up to 9, and they have the ball back. Turns it over, though. And I just noticed it's got a momentum bar up here. Still a 9-point game. 14-17 left to go in the game. First game of the season for the Wildcats. Murray State misses. UNH gets the ball back. Murray State playing a lot of half-court trap, it looks like. Jason Brown hits the shot to give the Wildcats an 11-point lead. It's now up to 13 as Gamble comes down and puts that bucket home. Murray State shaves it to 11. Another turnover for the Wildcats. Murray State misses. UNH with the ball. Willie Nolan drills a three-pointer for his first bucket of the game. It's a 14-point UNH lead. Rodney Hawkins missed the first shot, had another attempt to put it back in. It's a 16-point game. Murray State scores to get it back within 14. You can see good balance from the Cats here. Look at their scoring, 8 points, 6 points, 6 points. So good balance offensively for UNH. Another turnover. They've turned the ball over way too much here, though. I'm going to have to look at some of the settings to see if we can cut back on that a little bit, as it's only a 12-point game. 14-point game as Pinckney scores. Down under 10 minutes left to go. UNH with the ball, up 14. Missed the shot. Murray State comes down the other way. Turns it over. UNH goes up for 2. Nolan Fanning again. Fanning with 13 points and 4 assists. Good game for the point guard. Another turnover for the Wildcats. UNH with the ball, up 16. Missed the shot. Murray State comes down the other way. Benson with 12 for Murray State. UNH up 13. Three-pointer nailed by Sean Gooden, who's got 9 points, 7 rebounds. 16-point UNH lead. They have the ball. They're now up 18 as Fanning goes in for two more. Bucket made to stop the bleeding there. Murray State gets the ball right back. UNH takes it down. Missed the three-pointer. Joel Geeson with the rebound. Another three-point attempt, no good. Murray State with the offensive rebound gets another shot. Trail by 16 with 5.5 minutes left. Ball on the wing, stolen by UNH. Down 4-2. Willie Nolan picks up his 5th point of the night. UNH up 18. Three-point attempt, no good. UNH takes it over there into the paint. Shot no good, but Gamble's fouled. It goes to the line, makes both free throws, and UNH has extended their lead to 20, which ties a game high. Down to 4 minutes left in this one. UNH has this game all but locked up. Gonna be a good start for us here. Too many turnovers, though. Missed the jumper. Murray State takes it back, hits a three. Now down 70-53, and they have the ball back with just under 3 minutes left to go. Another three-pointer cuts the lead to 14. They get the ball back on another turnover. Jumper missed. Murray State takes the ball back. Down under 2 minutes left to go. UNH with the rebound. Another turnover. I have to look at those numbers, but that's a lot of turnovers. Thankfully for UNH, Murray State missed a lot of shots. 72-56 down into the last minute of action here. 72-58. UNH looks like they're going to hold it for the last shot, but nope, Nolan Fanning takes it in for one more bucket. Couple of free throws here by Murray State. Makes 1 out of 2. And that will do it. The Wildcats win their opener 74-59. Let's take a look at the box score. So leading the way for the Wildcats was Fanning. 17 points, 4 assists for him. He turned the ball over 8 times, so that's a problem. Chris Howell, 10 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, 5 blocks. So really solid game there. Gooden, 9 points, 9 rebounds. Hawkins, 6 points, 5 rebounds. And McGadney, who had some foul trouble, only played 19 minutes, scored 7. Off the bench, Brown with 8 and 4. Nolan, 5 points, 6 rebounds. And Pinkney, 4 points and 4 assists. And on the other side, Dare led the way for Murray State with 15 and 8, and Benson had 14. So a good start to the season. 74-59 winners were the Wildcats, or I guess the Tigers. I'm going to have to get used to calling them Tigers. So that will do it for this episode. When we meet again, like I said, I'll probably sim through another couple weeks here just to kind of get a feel for the speed of the sim engine and that sort of thing, and that'll help give me a better idea as to what each one of these episodes will look like. Leave a like, subscribe if you have any comments, or if you've got any tips for me on how to more efficiently play this game. I'm all ears. But until we talk again, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.